Hello everyone, it's me Rivstar here presenting game 4 of the tournament. This is a regular game and looks like it has a bit of a mix of players in. So should be an interesting one. Fucking pass. Oh god. Already some great chat. Anyway, so in seat 1 we have PWG on... Whose team is that? Maxi's team. That's the Mexicans. In team 2 you have new player 5 playing for Pingu's team, Pingu Flamingos. In seat 3 you have Joan, who is playing for Dice's team, Hemi's Little Hylers. In seat 4 you have NYC Elsa, who is on Nixon's team, the Silent Majority. In seat 5 you have Anna Heron, who is playing for Carl's team, the Drunk Zoo. In seat 6 you have Paz, who is playing for Medusa's team, that is the Naughty List. He's actually the vice captain. And in seat 7 you have, I have no idea if that's pronounced J-A-T-P or Jatp or Jatpa, who knows. Anyway, he is on Manu's team, Error 404, team not found. What is this chat? I mean, they were in VC before this game. Some of the people here talking about a load of political things. Seems like it just continued straight into this chat. Okay, so we have a blue on the board already. That's normal start. I do like how everyone so far sort of had their team's card backs. Makes it very helpful for reading out who's on whose team. And also it just looks better. Three, 7 gets yard by 3 and 7. That's normal votes. I love how all the high-low players are in the worst seats, by the way. How did that just... Oh, 4 picked 5 and got no votes. Two blues already on the board. It's another RRB. And here comes the reds, and it's a conflict. Jesus. Only in these games. 5-1 conflict. Oh god. Great chat from both of them in the aftermath of the comp. Especially Anna. Seven says some stupid comment. 6 claims red, red, red to take invest. I wonder what the lines are. Oh god. Six obviously just wants 7, 3, 2, 6. It's I don't know, it's not even that good of a play. Cause you force it, like 6 shouldn't want 2 to tank the new deck. The only way this is good for 6 is if this conflicts. And if it doesn't, then even just taking 3, 4 is probably a better play than taking 2, 6. And neither of them are particularly good, so... I mean, anyway, I think Paz is just fascist, just because 5-1 conflicts. 6 claims red, red, red to take invest to invest 2 liberal. I mean, that's just, like, ridiculous for 6 to be liberal. Because if 5 is fascist, then 5's obviously just either overclaiming or specifically dropping 4, 6 to claim red, red, red. And then it's just 5, 6x. It just wouldn't make sense for 5 to do that for anyone other than 6. And if 1 is the fascist in the conflict, then 1's just conflicting for like no reason, really. I don't know. I mean, they could always have Hitler, and with 2 greens in the conflict, it usually can do. But yeah, very interesting game. It's usually just 5, 6x in these games. But who knows? That's just off deck reads. You always have chat to go off in these games. And 6's chat isn't that good. It's interesting that Paz is a vice captain being sent in for a regular game as well. I think that's the 2nd captain or vice captain, maybe 3rd. We've just had normal games today, really. Nothing special. So 7-3 passes and it's RBB actually. That's not much info. It is a 5. Is it a 5 blue deck? I don't think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a 5 blue deck. There were just 3 RRBs to start. 2 asking questions. 6 says just cuckoo. Oh no. 6 is definitely fascist, investing a liberal. Oh no. This is really looking like 5, 6x, but I think 2's liberal as well. And if he just gets sheeped into picking 6 and then 6 outs on cuckoo, that would be pretty funny. Although depending on the fascist line, outing on cuckoo might not be good here. And then again, if the last fascist is... Well, actually, the last fascist has to be someone that would be high-low. So, and it's not a terrible play, actually. Even as Hitler in 6, when you know that if you out on cuckoo, then you know for a fact 3, 4, 7 has a fascist. And all of them are relatively high-low. So it makes sense to sort of bank on them. Especially if 6 already dropped on the first government. Just being able to play 2 reds in the game is obviously very good as fascist. I mean, I think the way you vote here is very interesting because there's no sort of one way to vote here. You can do whatever, really. There's logic behind voting either way. So obviously if you're in seats 3 or 4, you can just 9 because you want to 9 to yourself, but also there is 38% red, red, red odds in the new deck, and people just hate touching the new deck first. Sometimes some people do. Like I do, for example. If I was in the game, if I was in like seats 3 or 4, I would absolutely be eyeing, and I'd love this government. But some people aren't like that. So 9ing to yourself is probably actually the better play, maybe, if you're in seats 3 or 4. Just because, well, 6 is fascist, 6 just outs on cuckoo, and there's nothing but chat to go off in 3, 4, 7. And I mean, if 2 6 is lib and they get red, 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 it's obviously just losing for liberals. 2 making the correct SE is incredibly unlikely, and 2 fascists, 1 liberal. So, I mean, it just loses in a lot of ways. If it's fash, it's pretty bad too, because if it plays red, it has to SE a liberal, and if it plays blue, well, then the next government can just be blue. The only way that 2-6 is good if it's fash fash. If they get really lucky and they get 2 blues, I like get even luckier and get 3 and just win the game on the spot. This has actually been thought about for a while though, which is reasonable. People aren't just rushing into things like in other games. Ooh, interesting. Those are some very interesting votes. 2, 5, 6, yeah. Wow. I mean, the thing is, they're possible lines, which is interesting. Although I don't think they are. I still think 5, 6, 6 is likely. But 2 just getting 9'd by everyone is pretty crazy. It'd have to be like 5, 6, X with Hitler outside of 5, 6. Especially when 3, 4 plays the 4th blue. I mean, it's almost certainly just 5, 6, X actually this game. And it's probably 2, 5, 6 now, to be honest. Unless it's 5, 6, 7, 7 Hitler. I don't see 5, 1 being fash fash conflicting like ever. There'd be just no way. I think Paz is already seeming a bit annoyed, so honestly we might see the game end here already. No, it's 3 reds. So 3 probably gets SE, which is good for my team, I guess. But honestly, top deck twice is not bad here in the slightest. 2 fighting for SE is funny. 3 asks for top deck twice as well, that's great. So 3, 4 should both want top deck twice. 7 kind of just has the swing vote between top decking twice or resigning to 2 for some reason. 7's just like never getting SE really, so I think objectively best win rate for 7 as liberal is to just top deck twice. Because 3, 4 is never going to be too fascist really. I mean it can be, but like if I'm in seat 7 this game, I'm just thinking it's 5, 6, X on chat, on votes, on deck. Everything's pointing to it. So yeah, even just top deck odds is pretty good on their own, since it's at worst 1 blue in 6, really. I don't get why 3 wants top deck twice more than 4 does. 3 could also just fight for their SE, but 3 also doesn't really have any good picks, because both 4 and 7 are term locked. 6 is obviously not a valid pick. 3 only has 3 picks, and there are probably 2 fascists in them 3 picks. Actually, there might not be. There might be 1, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be picking in 1, 2, 5. I would definitely just top deck twice, but I'd probably only top deck twice after getting the SE. Unless I'd struggle to get SE. Why is there even calling for 7x? Paz is asking 2 to counter the SE to 7. I don't get, where's 4 even? Oh, 4 saying he thinks you dumb lip. What? What is that stupid chat from 4? First of all, why does 4 think that 2 is lib? Second of all, that's not a reason not to SE someone if they actually think they're lib. And 3 makes some sense here as well. 3 out. Oh, Paz. Paz. No shame fascism. Oh god. Please tell me two's just joking. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? What? Is this a joke? Why is 2 getting the SE? What? I'm so confused. That's ridiculous. What? Why has 2 got the SE? Both 4 and 7 resigned to 2, not just one of them. Jesus, I mean that just that makes me think that 2 has to be liberal then. 4-7 just has a fascist. Or 2. But why? I don't understand. None of this makes sense in any lines. Someone's not playing right. 3 points out the obvious. I don't understand it though, because 2, 5, 6 all voted yeah on 2, 6 and got 9. And 2, 5, 6 is a valid line. And the thing is, if it's 5, 6, 6 with 2 as liberal, then what's their other fascist doing? Unless their other fascist is 3, but their other fascist isn't going to be 3 because 3 is like the only person pushing against 2. So it just doesn't make sense. Unless Hitler is in 4-7 with 5, 6 as regs. But even then, that means a liberal SE 2, and I don't think 2 is the best SE. I think 3 obviously is. 3 both has good chat, looks really good on the deck, and doesn't fit at all with the 5-6x narrative. So it's very strange to see that 4-7 would be both SEing 2. And 6 is out at fascist this game. So there's no world where it's like 4-7x. So a liberal has SE'd 2. At least one liberal. Could be 2 liberals SEing 2, but then 2 would just be fascist, right? Because 3's liberal. 6 is fascist. 1-5's a conf. I've not really tried to solve 1-5 too much other than just the deck read that 5 is fascist. Great chat from 2 explaining that 7's term locked. I mean, it is a fair point when 7's asking if 2 thinks 7's liberal for some reason. The thing is, 7's really irrelevant this game. 7 just has to resign to someone or some plan. And honestly, his best plan is top decking. The thing is, he says in 5-6x it's probably 4, but 2-5-6 is perfectly valid. And even if it's 4-5-6, then there's just no problem with top decking twice to 3, none at all. So I think 7's outed fascist or stupid on logic. Yeah, I do think just 5-6-7 is quite possible. 7 Hitler. 3 points it out as well. And 2 instant pick 6. Well, I say instant, it took a while, but oh god. The thing is, if 6 is Hitler, 6 is already won, but I really don't think 6 is Hitler. I think 6 wanted to out on Cuckoo, but I think the Hitler 9'd it. And honestly, I think 2 is going to be getting RRB here, which means 6 is going to be out at reg. But 2's just going to shoot 6 always. 2's not smart enough to shoot 5 or shoot 7 when 6 is fascist. Or not gambly enough. I mean, 3's been really logical this entire game. They've spoken a lot. Everything they've said's been reasonable and good. They're actively fighting. And the funny thing is, 2, 5, 6 have all locked in their votes as well. It's the same people voting again. And this is like a 5-6x game. So 2, 5, 6 is technically the most valid line. 3's pointing out it doesn't make any sense for 4. 7 to SE2, and it's fine. Ooh, 4 finally says they 9. I mean, that is a bit weird just because it's sort of on pick, but in this exact situation, 2 shouldn't have just been getting SE in the first place. So I would almost think flip-flopping here is completely fine. What is 7 on about? That is not a play. You cannot 9 to 7. You cannot top deck once to 7. That is just not a play. But the thing is, 7... This is ridiculous. I mean, 7 doing that... 7 has to be fascist doing that, really. And 6 is indeed reg. So... I mean... Yeah, 7's Hitler. It's just 5, 6, 7. 7 Hitler, really. But the problem is now that actually, if they're just 9 off the pick, I think they're actually just going to Yar 7, which is obviously much worse for them than Yang 2. I think they need to realise Yang 7 isn't an option. It's either you Yar 2 or you top deck twice. But again, none of this makes real sense, and in a game with so many high-low players, they should need to be explaining stuff more to the rest of the team. So 3 should be, well, they have been actually, 3 should be calling out the fact that it's really illogical for 4 and 7 to be SEing 2. And now 3 is exactly doing that, so 3 actually says exactly what I've been saying. So yeah, I mean 3 is liberal this game, in case that wasn't obvious. And 3 is really trying this game. They're trying the hardest to get the win. To get some wins finally for our team. It's just up to the rest of the liberal team to understand what 3's saying, really. The thing is, 1-5 don't actually get a say in this game, but the 1-5 also needs, the liberal 1-5 also needs to be smart enough to know that they don't have a say in the game. So 3 and 4 need to be making that very clear. And then the last liberal should just be in 2-7, realistically. I mean, this is basically a confirmed liberal win, as long as nobody throws, but it looks like people are going to throw. They are taking their time to discuss it, not jumping to conclusions, but I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse. It would be very good if it's 5, 6, 7 and we win, because then Medusa's team, who sent in their vice captain, would be losing. And obviously we'd be winning. Carl's team has 0 points so far as well. We have 3 points, only winning 1 game. Maxi and Pingu's team both have 4 points, winning 1 game. And the fucking Nixon's team is in first place, winning all 3 of the games so far. Who'd have thought? Then again, last tournament, Jeb's team started off very well, and look where that got them. So 3 and 4 have both stated 9 on 2-6. But 7's being really scummy and trying to force either 2 to pass or 7 to pass. And the thing is, the option just looks to 3 and 4. It's really hard to actually tell that Yawing 2 is better if 7's forcing this, because what 7's doing is 7's actually just outing fascists. And they just need to pick up on that, really. Because it's quite hard to do that, because you can just think, oh, 7's just a selfish liberal. But if 7's that selfish, then they can take the blame for the loss. Ooh, 7 finally mentions TD twice. Ooh, that's interesting. Why does he want TD twice to 4? I mean, I don't think I would be having that reaction as 3, but I think if I was 3 this game, I'd just be realising that 7's outed, and that makes 2 liberal. And now 7 wants TD twice after 3 says that they want to Yar 2. 3 finally states Yar on 2, so 2 is passing. Yeah, 1479. But they aren't lines, obviously. I am pretty sure it's 567. And this is RRB conflict. Yep. And 2 is going to just shoot 6, as I called quite a long time ago. This scuff has been going on for a long time. You are fascist. Oh god, good chat from 2. I almost thought he was going to buy that just because he asked if he was fascist. But yeah, obviously 2 just says he shoots 6, I mean. What should actually be happening is 7 should be being shot, but that's a bit too high low to do. I mean, even then, that's just a bit risky because, 4 can be fascist. Or 7 can just be Reg, not even Hitler, and then it makes no difference. Three has been super logical the entire game, and 3 is wanting a... actually, no, a 3v3 test is actually the correct play. Because, 7 just loses if fascist and outs, because literally all of 2, 3, 4 become confirmed liberal if 7 outs. 3's doing a pretty good job of explaining it, but I mean, at the end of the day, 2 is... it's just all up to 2 to understand it or not. 2 needs to understand the 3v3 test as well, so let's hope 2's watched my video on 3v3 tests. And I think 3 is being correct too. 2 is asking, why is that, chat? There's no way 2 is Hitler at the green level playing for 100%. That's just unnecessary shade towards 2. I wouldn't say stuff like that because it can just confuse them. When you're green and you see someone call you fascist, you just go, okay, they're fascist. Wait, 1-5 has a fash. Good chat. Oh god. Look who the game is resigned to. Oh no. So 347 has last fascist. Good job too. He's solving. 347 Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that is ridiculous. What I think is going to happen is 7's going to pick 5 and 7's going to say, this is a 3v3 test, yeah, right. Actually, no. If 7's Hitler, then that doesn't even make a difference. If 7's Reg, that's exactly what's going to happen. Although 7's Reg, 1 could also be fascist. I haven't even read in 1. 1's just outing liberal anyway. I don't know how much more information the Liberals want to win this game. What is false chat? Now wait, false outing fascism. Your gov only plays if you pick me or 1. That's not how that works. This is ridiculous. 4-7 are both high-low players, and one of them is a liberal who is outing fascist on chat. I'm gonna be honest, 3 has played like a 2K player this game. Absolutely everything they've said's been correct. They've tried really hard this game. Definitely deserve the win. Yeah, and point out if 4's now outing fascist, but 7's also outed fascist. I mean, all 2 has to do is state the Chancellor. 2 needs to know that. But if 2 literally just says either 3 or 1, then the game's just being won. What is Liberals must win here? You don't say. That's just useless filler chat. Yeah, another thing to note is it is 4v2 with 1 blue left to win the game and 2 reds to win the game for fascists. And you have so much information this game. Like, I get that there are some greens in this game, but this really shouldn't be hard to win for Liberals. Three hasn't solved 1-5. Yeah, I think it's so weird because 4's been really liberal on chat until like very recently when 4's just sort of outed fascist. But 7's been outing fascist for a lot of the game, but also 7 has less elo than 4. But which one's actually a better player? I think 7 actually is. I think I know who 7 is, but they're an alt or something. So. Yeah, it seems like everyone understands the 3v3 test and maybe 2 doesn't. Yeah, he just doesn't understand why he's being asked. I don't think 2 understands that it's their pick, not 7's. I just need to watch Rivstar's CNH meta video, SMH. Honestly, I can see the 8-minute timer being up any time now. You can't have both. You don't say. Oh no. This is a shame. Five is just memeing on 2. I mean, objectively, Liberal and 4-7 should just realise the other one's fascist. I don't think it's that hard of a read for a 1700 plus player to make. And it's, yeah, I mean, I think it's actually for fascist just because, I mean, there's just no reason to argue for your gov here, then again. I don't know. I was so confident 7 was fascist, and then 4 decided they wanted to be a fascist too. Guess that's what makes these games harder sometimes, but objectively 4-7's roll doesn't matter at all. 4-7's roll just doesn't change anything this game, but it's made out like it does, because 3 should be confirmed liberal really, and 3 is picked by 7. Oh no, it's picked by 2. 2 asked for 7-3. Wow, that's a pretty good read. Fair play by 2. He's agreed and he picks the liberal. That's pretty good of him. As long as he just doesn't flip-flop. He has. He votes. He unvotes. He just needs to keep that vote locked in and not flip-flop. Turns out he's got some pretty bad logic behind it, but whatever does the trick. 1 just needs to vote now. Why is 1 stalling? Honestly, it could end up being something weird like 1-4-6 at this point. Like, so many people have changed roles throughout the game. This went from a really obvious, like, 5-6-7 2-5-6 game to not so clear. So 4 just sort of outed fascist at the last moment. And now 4 is saying they're going to 9 oh no, it is 4. 4 is fascist. They're disobeying the golden rule. That's much worse than what 7 did. 7 just being very illogical this game, which I think for who they supposedly are is very strange. But like 4 is confirmed fascist. You don't get that elo by disobeying golden rule. Although then again, they have good chat like lines of 5-6-6. Then again, it's so late in the game that that's just average chat. Try and say that 20 minutes ago. 1 still hasn't voted. 1 needs to vote. They're kind of just stalling now. I don't understand what 1's doing. Does 1 actually think that 3 is Hitler? What game has 1 been playing? There already has been proper discussion. There was discussion for minutes. Please do not stall. Jesus Christ. 2 is just owning. 2 already has called 9. Jesus. I mean, this is literally just stalling. This isn't even like what happened in previous games. Every single player has voted yeah, and 1 is just saying 3 is Hitler. It's so ridiculous. I think a mod should be asking him to vote. What the fuck is 1 on about? That literally doesn't make sense. How is 2-7 safe? Oh my god, and he unvotes. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit, is it 1-4? No. What? That doesn't even make sense. No, 1-6-7. 1-6-7. What the then 4's clown? There's literally no line makes sense anymore. How is every liberal outing fascist? Just yeah, 2 says. Jesus. This is ridiculous stall by 1. Holy shit. I mean, 1's been asked to move by at least 2 people now. No, it's not. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous, stall by one. That's fourth person to ask one to stop stalling. There we go. So now this is legally stalling. As in this would be punishable if this was in a regular game. Which means it's also punishable in a tourney game. Which means one probably has a few seconds to vote before they get deducted. Surely. I still don't understand why there are no tourney mods telling one to move. I mean, the only mods are Zillins and Bruno, but are either of them online? I think Zillins is. There should be a tourney mod online. Jesus Christ, one is still stalling. This is actually frustrating. I'm sat here trying to commentate a game with literally nothing happening. I'm sure everyone in the VC is getting pissed off too. Let me go check. Why are mods not telling them to move? Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Jesus. So yeah, all the tournament VC is just getting really annoyed at this as well. And this is honestly ridiculous. I don't think there are even any tourney mods actually watching or doing anything. Like, one should 100% be deducted for this. This is so insane. I don't understand, where are the tourney mods? Because there has to be at least one to tell them when, like, the 8 minutes are up, right? Like, you literally cannot start a game without a tourney mod, who is also a mod. But there are only, like, 2 of them, right? Yeah, Zillins was here at the start of the game, too. Where's he gone? Get Zillins back. This is so ridiculous. And the annoying thing is, one's probably liberal and trying to push a liberal into making a worse play. That is what makes this even more annoying. One finally votes. Jesus. I mean, if one's fascist in 1462, that's also just ridiculous because they spent minutes arguing for 2-7 to play over 7-2. Which literally doesn't change the win rate because 3-2 would still be playing. 7 claims red, red, red. What is the deck count though? 4, 7. That's 1, 2. There's a missing. Yeah, there's missing blue in this deck. 4, 7 is now an actual conflict, just in case it wasn't before. Which means 3 is confirmed liberal and 2 is confirmed liberal. Just in case they weren't already. Hopefully they aren't bad enough to completely ignore the fact that 2 and 3 are confirmed liberal now. Although no, actually, because 3 isn't confirmed liberal, 3 can also drop an RBB, but I mean, they're confirmed not Hitler. That would just be ridiculous. Why is 3 saying don't shoot 4? That's what? Why would 3 not want a shot on 4? This game, man, very ridiculous. 4 is not Hitler too. 7's liberal, they've technically just sort of thrown there because, for one, tracker reasons, but also, actually no, that doesn't even make sense, there's no tracker reasons, but I mean 5 can be Hitler, 1 can be Hitler to 7, so 4 isn't even confirmed Hitler. The thing is, 146 doesn't even make sense. Because again, why is 1 stalling for a good few minutes to argue for 2-7 to play over 7-2? That would be ridiculous. I mean, this entire game's just been crazy. The only read that's been constant is 3 is liberal and 6 is fascist. Everything else has been changing because people have been changing the chat so drastically, it's ridiculous. Like, 7 went from just completely outing fascists. In fact, 7 just continuously outed fascists on chat throughout the game. But the thing is, 7 can be liberal, and that's how ridiculous this game is. Because 4 then decides to actually out fascists, but only towards the end. 4's chat was pretty liberal until fairly close to the end. And now you have 5-6 comp where 5 just looks super fascist on deck just because 6 is, and because looks like 5 just overclaimed for 6. But you have 1 voting with fascists. And it's just so confusing of a game. And it's so much more confusing than it needed to be. There is at least 1 liberal, more likely 2 liberals, that have made this game so much harder than it needed to be. And this is probably going to be the longest recording. Yeah, it's already 47 minutes long and it feels like it's going to be another 10-minute discussion. And yeah, another thing to note is 3 is term locked. So 2-3 cannot be played. So 3-2 is a government that is 80% win rate. And they just instant vote. They spend 47 minutes. 47 minutes is how long this game has gone on for. And they just go past 1 in veto zone in fucking seconds. Yet again. Holy shit, what ridiculous game. This has been painful to watch. This has been very painful to watch. I don't know why they just instantly skip over 1. Because if they call 1 liberal, playing 1-2, 2-3, 3-2 is literally like almost 100% win rate. You have like over 80% win rate, and then you have plus an extra 80% win rate. So it's what, like 95% win rate. But I think you can also probably get 100% win rate out by playing like 1-2-3-1. Yeah, that would be 100%. If you call 1 liberal anyway. So there are ways to get 100% liberal win rate out of this game if you call 1 liberal. And the thing is, 1 has pretty good chances of being liberal. Like very high chances of being liberal. Despite the vote. It just doesn't make sense for 1 to be fascist, spending minutes of people's time arguing to play fucking 2-7 over 7-2. I mean, none of this makes sense. Actually, they can still get 100% win rate by playing 2-1, 3-2. Or even, actually, never mind, they should have. I don't know what I'm saying. They don't actually need to think about 1's government, because it's still 100% if they play 2-1, 3-2. And good half an hour after 1-5 conflicts, 2 claims 1-5 as a conf. Thank you, 2. Very helpful. And 7's getting berated for instant shooting, which they should. Because fuck them if they're liberal. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with instantly shooting their conflict. There are other fascists in the game. Now Anna's pushing for 2-7. I mean, that's pretty funny. I mean, to be fair, the fact this game is ridiculous because fascists actually have reasonable win rate by calling 1-4-6. Because it's a reasonable line to call. 1, I know you're fascist. 1 is 1's chat. 1 is outing liberals so hard this game, it's ridiculous. Jesus Christ, just play 2-1. Just play it. Honestly, I'm not in the mood for the several minutes of stalling. It's fucking 3:50 in the morning. I need to be awake at 8:30 in the morning. Ridiculous game. Absolutely ridiculous. Why is he asking 7 why he shot so fast? Just call him fascist. Fucking hell. Just go, hey 7, you're fascist for shooting so quickly. Fuck you, 7. I mean, seriously, at this point, I just don't even care if they just play 3-2. Just to avoid 2 having to think for 10 minutes and have a fucking meltdown because they can't figure out who the liberal is. Just take the 80% at this point. Jesus Christ. Yeah, even 3. I really like Joan. They've been saying exactly what I've been saying the entire game. They're a very logical person. They definitely are an 1800 player. 1850. And 3's calling 5 out too. Both 5 and 7 are resigning to each other. That's so funny. I mean, I still think from like this entire game, 5, 6, 7, the line that I called from the start, is still the most promising. But I'm so confused by Elsa's chat towards the end. It doesn't make sense as reg, so she kind of does have to be liberal, right? I don't even know. Oh my god, he picks. No, please 9, please, 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 please 9, please 9. Just take 3-2. You fucked 100% win rate. Don't fuck the rest of it. Oh my god, I will actually just. I cannot comprehend this game. This is ridiculous. Why is 2 so dense? Are you a human? Do you have a brain? Do you want to use your brain? Fucking hell. That is a fair point from 2. Very, finally a logical point. It is wrong, but it is logical. This is so ridiculous. Someone's chat's so ridiculous. Fucking claiming that one is trying this hard at 21%. Jesus Christ. I like how one's just giving detailed explanations as to absolutely everything, and five's chat is, it's 146, just go 25, just go 27, just yard this, it's all fine. Like, they literally couldn't be more outed fascists. Oh, finally, 2 asks 3's opinion. Thank God, because 3's gonna obviously say no to this. What do you mean, but? No, don't say but. There is no but. You are nining. How can you say everything I've been saying this game and then not say just 9 to 3-2? I don't understand. I felt like I had the same amount of information as 3 this game. I mean, every single thing that I've called or said I could be saying from seat 3 Liberal. Because at the start of the game, I mean, well, in seat 3 Liberal, I call 6 outed fascist very quickly. Like, literally, as soon as they take invest, they're outed fascist. And when they invest 2 Liberal, they're outed fascist, I mean. Like, 5-1 conflict is almost immediately solved by 6 taking invest. 5 is just always fascist. And then 7 was the first one to out fascist on chat. The literal first line I would be calling if I was seat 3 Liberal would be 5, 6, 7. And not much has changed. Thank fucking God, Joan. Yes, Joan. Please make 3-2 be played. Please. No hour-long game. Please finish in the next minute. Gio's literally just posting what he thinks the lines are in tournament chat, and they're also wrong. Gio's saying 146 for 1 Hitler. Oh, God. There we go, we get a paragraph by 1. You think 3? Hasn't one been doing that the entire riddle minutes? Finally the first funny thing happened in minutes. Lots of minutes. That's it. Look at that chat. 5, 6, 7 isn't possible because 7 is liberal. Claim 7. Good chat, 7. Very good tournament chat. Incredible chat. Please vote to 9 to 3-2. Jesus Christ, it's like, I'm so glad that observer chat is disabled because I'm so tempted to just spam 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. I'm glad I'm not on my mod account. Be too tempting. Because this is ridiculous. Oh God. 2 asks 3 what they are thinking. A very logical thing to do considering 3 is an 1850 player and you are a green. Good choice 2. Now all 3 has to do is repeat the fact that they want 3-2 and the game is going to be ended on the 3-2 government with hopefully a blue. Or if it's a red, then well, that would be a ridiculous win for fascists. If 3 is bad, that's oh no. I don't understand why 3 would have any different opinions. At the start of the game, you should think 1 is liberal. Throughout all of the game, you should think 1 is liberal. Throughout the end of the liberal, they should think 1 is liberal because 1 is outing liberal and all 5 is saying is 146. Please, just take 3-2. This is literally 20 minutes of me saying the same shit. This is awful content. Fuck this video. Fuck this game. Who did this? How has it not been? It has been. Sure, it has been 8 minutes. There's no way it's not been 8 minutes. 2 picked 7 at 52:47. It is now about to be 00:47. It has literally taken them 8 minutes to discuss this gov. 3 has already said they want 3-2, but is still fucking thinking. Just say it for a final tie. Just say it. Just say it, just say it, just say it. I think 3 just needs to be more confident with their opinions and reads. Finally, they get told to fucking move. Great, he finally says 3-2 again in a very final way. Why is he still spinning though? Just say, just take over. You are the high-low player. What? No, you can't do that. No, 3, please just take over. No, okay, you are 1850. This is a green player. What do you mean, okay? No, that is not okay. That's not okay in this. He's yard. That's literally not okay. What do you mean? You fucking ridiculous player. You stupidly ridiculous player. Please, dude. Please stop asking 2. He's green. He doesn't know. Stop asking green. Stop asking him. Tell him. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Why? How? How do they win this? How do they win this? They didn't do anything. Absolutely fucking ridiculous game. It was red, TD, blue. That was a liberal win. That's a liberal win. That was a liberal win. I mean, I'm not even commentating anymore. I'm going to sleep. Terrible video. Goodbye. See you in the next video.